Hello, parents and students. I'm going to walk you through this program we were just building in Scratch Junior so that your children can work on it if they need help completing it or want to add or change some features. So before we get started, there are a few things that you need to know. And one of them is that in these purple codes, this is how you modify the size and visibility of sprites before they're actually programmed. So all you need to do is drag down. So right now we have the rocket selected. So if we drag down this shrink code and then tap it, you'll see the rocket shrinks. And same thing if I drag down a grow code, or same thing if I needed to disappear before the program starts or appear before the program starts. So that's something you need to know going into this. Also, how to do recordings. You hit the green button, and then you hit this one here to create a recording, red to start it, check mark to complete it, and then it appears down here and you drag it into your code. So we're not going to add any of those right now. They're already in, but you need to kind of know how those work. So in this first screen, we start with our rocket here, our astronaut over here, and then the code begins with the astronaut, not with the rocket. So it's the first code of your sequence. On the green flag, move 9 to the right, disappear, and then send a message. And these have to be color coordinated. The rocket, when it receives a message, this recording is a countdown. Then it does a little hop, 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 and then moves up 6 spaces, then disappears, and then we move on to the next screen. In this next screen, we start with our rocket up here by Earth. On the green flag, the rocket rotates 90 degrees to the left. That's what the 3 is for. Sort of resembles a clock. So 3 spaces is 90 degrees. Then you have a recording, something the astronaut says, and then 16 spaces to the left across the screen. Then it disappears and goes to the next screen. In the next screen, we have our rocket once again doing a 90-degree rotation to the left, moving 6 spaces, saying something. I think it says, "Oh, look, an alien," and then moves 8 spaces to the left, disappears, and goes to the last screen. And on the last screen, which is the most complicated, the last screen starts with the rocket, and on the green flag, rocket lands, so it goes down 8, hop, hop, sends a message over to the astronaut. When the astronaut receives the message, the astronaut appears. So the astronaut's there, but we hid the astronaut prior to the program starting, like I showed you at the beginning. Astronaut walks out of the rocket, 6 to the left, does a jump, 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 does a little spin because he is so excited, says something like, "Oh my gosh, I've landed on Mars," and then the program ends. A few points to add. There is some custom screens that we've done. So the first screen here, we drew this launch pad. And then this last screen, which was the most complicated, we created our Mars surface. And the way we created that was by selecting the screen up top. And then we went down to the desert here, selected it, hit the paintbrush, and then we used some of these tools to make things go away. So we used the scissor tool and tapped on all of these items to remove them. Because those aren't on Mars, get rid of that plant. And then we went back with a paint bucket tool and added some colors. So dark red, and then some of the dark browns. Black for the background sky. And then we hit the circle tool, the small line, and white to add our stars, and we just started tapping everywhere for stars. Tap, 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 tap. Making Earth was a little bit more difficult. Went to the color blue, the bigger line. We pinched to zoom in, and then we dragged a blue circle, kind of like that. Went down, switched to green, smaller line over here, and then the squiggle. And then we just drew inside here for the land on Earth. Just kind of scribbled it in. Doesn't have to be super neat. Once we zoom out, it will be a-okay. Hit the check mark, and then that's how we got the custom screen. So that's pretty much all you need to know with the Scratch program. Hopefully that helps you assist your child with completing it if they missed a class or anything. Thanks for watching.